Radio Polonii 2000 WNWI 1080 AM.
Z nami jest oczywiście Tom Cushing oraz jego brat. Hello, John.
Were we just practicing before? Hi.
Something was happened.
Oh, okay. Good evening. Tonight, we're very, very lucky to have my brother Tom with us. Tom is a lawyer, a younger brother of mine, and one of the things is, as we've talked several times the last couple of weeks, Tom is running for judge in the Circuit Court of Cook County, and everybody has to go out and vote for him in 2 weeks.
And so everybody knows he's younger and more handsome than you.
Yes, he is.
That's a high bar.
No, it's not here.
Of course, joking.
We'll have to put him on the ad, not instead of me.
Witamy wszystkich naszych słuchaczy i jak Andrzejek właśnie tutaj mówił, jest z nami w studiu brat Johna, Tom Cushing, który jest adwokatem i jak ja już wspomniałam, dla żartów, że młodszy i bardziej przystojny. Ale tak naprawdę to są żarty, a jako bracia naprawdę bardzo są do siebie podobni.
So Tom, over the last couple of weeks we've talked on the radio about what an excellent lawyer you've been, number one. Number two, that our mother, God bless her, dead now, about 5 years, would love to have you get a job. And so it's important we get you out there. But
That's what he was talking about, that you need a job.
But why is it, Tom? Why is Tom that you'd like to be a judge?
You know, John, I don't know how much your audience knows, but we're from a family of eight kids, John and I, and 4 of us became lawyers. And I worked with John for 20 years.
And we heard about your famous dog.
Our famous dog, Birthday. Oh, very famous. But there are 4 of us who have become lawyers, and I think I knew at an early point in my career that I had a knack for being the one in the middle, the one to try to solve the problems. It's fun to be an advocate. It's fun to be the one who makes the arguments for your clients. But I've always kind of known in my bones that was the role for me, to be the one in the middle, to help get things resolved and make sure things were done in a fair way.
I mamy tutaj z nami Tama w studiu i jak wiecie, mówiliśmy przez ostatnie kilka tygodni, że Tam chce zostać sędzią. I wiemy, że wybory są 15 marca, jak już wspominaliśmy. I pytanie jest, dlaczego po prostu Tam chce zostać tym sędzią. I jak już tutaj Tam wspomniał, na pewno już nieraz pamiętacie, jak John mówił, że było ich w domu 8 dzieci, z czego 4 zostało właśnie adwokatami. I tam właśnie wspomniał, że zaraz tylko jak został adwokatem, on po prostu czuł i wiedział, był pewny, że on chce być tą osobą pośrodku, czyli uwielbia swoją pracę jako adwokat, bo pracował i broniąc poszkodowanych, ale tak samo i był po tej drugiej stronie, czyli pracował dla osób, które były skarżone, a jednak zawsze cały czas czuł, że chce właśnie być tą osobą pośrodku, chce pomagać ludziom i co może zrobić, to właśnie być sędzią, żeby być tą osobą pośrodku i pomóc jednej i drugiej stronie.
Now, the 4 of us that became lawyers, we certainly are lucky to have had a brother, Rob, who attained the level of becoming a judge for a little over a year. And God knows what a wonderful man and how smart he was. But the thing about you, Tom, that I think brings other qualities to the table, and thank God he's dead because Rob would be in here punching me, but I think it's probably some of the qualities, and I've been a lawyer now 38 years, that I really, really appreciate, that I think that a judge needs, is kind of a broad-based experience representing all types of different people from all walks of life. And not that Rob didn't have that, but he was corporate with the big firms or the government all of his life. And can you tell us some of the things, Tom, that you think that you've done that help people understand that you do understand about different people from different walks of life and different type problems that they have, and from both sides of the fence?
Sure. It's important that you mention our brother Rob, because he was just a terrific person, and everybody who knew him loved him, and he was a judge for about a year before we lost him too young.
And a wonderful judge besides.
Terrific judge. Terrific. Yeah, really. Oh, great guy. And he helps us every day. Every day we meet somebody else who reminds us of our great brother Rob. But, John, you know, in the many years that you and I practiced together, which was about 20 years, and in the few years since then that we practiced separately, I really have had the chance to work for a broad range of people. Many years ago in the 1980s, you and I actually helped head up an immigration amnesty clinic on the near Northwest Side, and we worked with a lot of people who were becoming new Americans at that time. And in addition to that, we typically have worked for regular people. So the guy who was a home builder who at a work site fell through an unguarded hole and suffered a terrible injury to his head. We represented a man who was originally from India who was hit and killed in an auto accident because the police were chasing somebody through a very heavily populated area on the north side, and it was an unnecessary accident that happened. And he was a guy who was making the money and sending it back to his family who aspired to come to the United States. Really regular folks, and in recent years I've done a lot of work for people in neighborhoods where they have a lot of pollution in old industrial sites, and people are subject to cancer and other illnesses. And I've done a lot of work with some of those environmental groups who are trying to clean the areas up so they're safe and healthy for the kids who are growing up in those neighborhoods.
Good luck, Anita.
I need luck now. I o czym wspominaliśmy, to na pewno pamiętacie, nieraz też wspominaliśmy o bracie, który nie żyje już, a brat Jana i Tama, czyli Rob, który też był właśnie adwokatem, i właśnie Rob został sędzią. Tym sędzią był tylko rok i no, z przykrością zmarł w ciężkiej chorobie, ale był tym sędzią rok i bardzo dużo osób go pamięta. I do dzisiaj, kiedy spotykają się właśnie z Janem i z Tamem, zawsze wspominają, jakim dobrym człowiekiem był Rob, i do dzisiaj po prostu on im pomaga. I Tam pracował przez ponad 20 lat właśnie z Janem w jednym biurze, ale później pracował też w innych miejscach, pomagając ludziom. I właśnie co tu wspomniał, to, że w latach 80., kiedy była właśnie amnestia, pracowali społecznie w pewnej klinice, gdzie właśnie pomagali osobom dostać zielone karty, dostać obywatelstwa, a także teraz pracuje też z zespołem, gdzie są miejsca, gdzie są budynki, które są zagrożone, nie są zdrowe dla otoczenia, i właśnie starają się zrobić wszystko, żeby jednak te dzieci, które teraz tam są, żeby żyły i dorastały w lepszych warunkach. Także to nie są tylko, ma doświadczenie nie tylko z osobami, które są na wyższych stanowiskach, ale tak samo ma doświadczenie z osobami, które są po prostu takiej średniej klasy jak wszyscy my. Także pomagał i będzie pomagał tym osobom po prostu, które potrzebują tej pomocy.
So I forgot a little bit about that immigration work we did, Tom. That was, what was that, about 1986, somewhere around there?
It was, 84, 5. I think it was about 1986, John.
It was the Great Amnesty, and in fact, we had set up through St. Mark Parish the largest group of people making applications, and it was also through Catholic Charities. We had hundreds of people that we got qualified to stay in the United States from that program, and matter of fact, Catholic Charities had to have another specifically give us a location there. We weren't just a satellite. We were a central location for doing that. We did hundreds of people.
Yeah, we really did, and that was, I think that was really enjoyable work to do, because what we learned were so many of these people who were in the country without papers were terrified to talk to anybody. And because you and I were connected with the parish down there, it was St. Mark Parish,
And you had been a teacher there for years.
I taught there for at least a couple of years. I taught 6th grade, and then
At school?
In grade school, and then continued to teach religious education and to coach the kids there. And it was the reason I think we had success was because people trusted that we were with the church, and so they could come out and not be afraid that we were really going to turn them in. But instead, we were the ones who were going to help them get their papers in order so that they could stay. There are a lot of people now who have their papers and who've gone on to become citizens because of the work that we were fortunate enough to do in that clinic.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it quite a bit too. But my brother and I have worked together for many, many years. I'm the fellow that worries more about the rent, and Tom's been the great lawyer. I remember that we didn't make a penny.
That was all for the greater good of God.
And one of the things was...
So it's called volunteer work.
No, I understand it. No, you sound like our cousin, the priest who had us out there. But one of the things that I found was enjoyable is that I'm a little less patient. I can't believe that's true. But Tom was very, very patient getting, as you said, it's hard for people in that situation of jeopardy to trust anybody.
Yeah.
And Tom, you were very good at calming them down and talking to them in a very human way and making them feel important and that they weren't being abandoned, that they were being supported. And it's hard because we had to have some of them back several times to bring more documents.
Right.
And you did a sensational job. They were very comforted by what you would bring to the table, as our cousin's Father Ed Malonian did for us also.
Well,
and it was volunteer work, right?
You know, I got that after a while. Our cousin, the priest, kept telling me.
But you know what funny thing is? He mentions volunteer. He still does volunteer work.
He can't
all
help
the
himself.
time.
They send a bill they don't pay. I guess you call that volunteer.
He can't help himself. It was volunteer work, but we never left without a meal. We always got fed.
Correct.
We always got fed.
Correct.
At least it was perfect.
Well,
no hungry.
We still see every once in a while we'll get a call from a client now or a person that has a question. They will say, "Do you remember me?" And I'll go, "No, sorry." It was a long time ago. And they'll still call for Tom. But I meant that as a lawyer, as I've told you more than once, I'm not a bad lawyer. But as far as being a lawyer goes, my two brothers, Tom and Rob, were much better. And Tom, you've got qualities that need to be fleshed out, I think, for the people out there that are going to vote, that has to do with research and writing, things that I'm lacking in. And one of the things I'd like to bring out is that when we used to go in front of the appellate court judges who are very academic, they're very concerned about the letter of the law and the reasoning behind our arguments. They always loved you, Tom, because you not only wrote it clearly to them, but you also explained it to them in a way that, although I've known you all my life, all your life, and I could tell you might have been, I don't know, lecturing them a little bit, but they didn't take it that way.
Some of them like that.
And I think that's a quality that these judges who are hard to get past that, they want to be the judge. They worked hard to be the judge. And you have a special quality of being able to meet their minds and support your position and not disrespect theirs. What can you tell us about that?
Well, first of all, you're underselling yourself as a lawyer, but that's your own personality, I guess. Really, one of the most fun things as a lawyer is being in that setting where you're arguing to the judges, and you understand the facts of your case better than anybody else because you're the lawyer who's worked on it. You're the lawyer who tried the case. You're the lawyer who gathered all the evidence. But then to kind of test your mind in an academic way against your opponent and against the judges, I have just always found that so much fun. Really, it's a pleasure. It's a kick.
And what do you think that translates to being on the other side of the bench, sitting as a judge? How do you think that would benefit the people that are going to argue in front of you, the people that need help? They may or may not have a good lawyer, but I believe that you have an ability to get to the nugget of the case and flesh out the important thing, whether or not they're being what you might consider properly or improperly, not improperly, but better represented. Just having the best lawyer shouldn't win the case, right?
No, I agree 100%. You know, I talked with you earlier today, and I told you about I had a case in court yesterday, and we won the case, and I was very excited. But as I explained to my client, I said, listen, we won the case because we had the best facts and the law was on our side. And you have other times where you have lousy facts, the law's not on your side, you won't win. So winning the case as a lawyer isn't necessarily about being the best lawyer, but the facts determine the case. And so I think as a judge, the most important, and I learned this from you as a young lawyer, the most important characteristic of a good judge is humility. You have to be humble enough to realize you're going to learn something from the lawyers in front of you, and more importantly, you're going to learn something from the people who are represented by the lawyers. You listen to what they have to say. You listen to what their testimony is, because you don't know everything. And the only way really to get to the truth of the matter is to listen and not to prejudge the case. And you and I had plenty of cases, John, where our clients did not smell good. And we would beg the judge and the jury, please listen carefully. Don't prejudge them because they don't look right, they don't sound right. Don't prejudge them. And I think that's the most important quality for a judge. Be humble and listen.
Good luck again.
Good luck.
Whatever you want to say. Because I know that's what you're going to do anyway.
I jak już John właśnie tutaj z Tomem wspominali o amnestii, która była w latach 80. W tych czasach właśnie tam pracował w szkole, był nauczycielem w 6. klasie i postanowili, że po prostu pomogą wszystkim tym ludziom, którzy potrzebują tej pomocy. I była klinika, gdzie można było właśnie się spotykać i oni jako adwokaci starali się pomóc wszystkim osobom, które potrzebowały tej pomocy. Oczywiście John jest w gorącej wodzie kąpany, tam znowuż jest spokojny i umie porozmawiać, umie dotrzeć do osób, uspokoić ich i to właśnie na takich zasadach działało, że tam rozmawiał z wszystkimi, uspokajał ich, starał im się wytłumaczyć po prostu, na czym to będzie wszystko polegało, a John, podejrzewam, robił wszystką tą całą taką papierkową robotę. I właśnie to wszystko to, co zrobili to w ramach wolnontariuszu, czyli po prostu pomogli tym osobom po godzinach swojej pracy. Także jak już nieraz mówiliśmy, dla chcącego nic trudnego i można, jeśli chcemy, można komuś pomóc. I jak John tutaj wspomniał właśnie, ci klienci nawet do dzisiaj nieraz dzwonią i przypominają się. Oczywiście to nie jest możliwe, żeby wszystkich ich pamiętać po tylu latach, ale ci ludzie pamiętają ich i pamiętają, kiedy oni im pomogli jako młodzi adwokaci, którzy dopiero zaczynali swoje kariery. I co jeszcze John tutaj wspomniał, to, że kiedy pracowali razem z Tomem i kiedy sprawa już była zakończona w sądzie i oczywiście były sprawy złożone do sądu apelacyjnego, to tam był w tym dobry, że umiał zawsze wyszukiwać, napisać porządne sprawozdanie i nieraz, że tak jak tu John wspomniał, starał się być mądrzejszy niż sędzia apelacyjny, ale nieraz właśnie tym sędziom to się bardziej podobało z tego względu, że wszystko było przygotowane, że tak powiem, od A do Z, prawda? Czyli jakie były fakty, jakie mieliśmy dowody, kto jest nasz klient, kto zrobił źle, także wszystko było po prostu przygotowane od A do Z, żeby jednak właśnie przedstawić tą sprawę w sądzie apelacyjnym. I co właśnie tam tutaj wspomniał, że dobry sędzia to jest taki sędzia, który nie ocenia z góry, a jednak słucha nie tylko to, co mają do powiedzenia adwokaci z jednej i z drugiej strony, ale również co mają do powiedzenia osoba poszkodowana i osoba oskarżona. Bardzo często właśnie dawniej, kiedy jeszcze oni po prostu razem pracowali nad sprawami, to właśnie najważniejsze nieraz było to, żeby przypomnieć nie tylko sędziemu, a ławie przysięgłych, żeby nie zwracali uwagi na to, jak wygląda klient, nie osądzali z góry, a jednak wysłuchali, co takie osoby mają do powiedzenia, bo to jest ważne, żeby właśnie nie osądzać z góry, a najpierw wysłuchać wszystko i wtedy ocenić.
And Tom, finally I'd like to just make sure that our audience understands one of the things that's always been one of the backbones of our firm is that we are very privileged and very lucky as lawyers to have people come at sometimes the most desperate point in their life, the most devastating point, who have been victimized rightly or wrongly, and who may or may not have a cause of action that they can recover in the law. And we know that legal answers aren't always the best, but one of the things that I've always tried to do, and that you've been wonderful at, is that people, when they leave having been represented by us, they realize that they were able to stand up and got good representation, and that we were able to go in front of a judge who I don't want to say forced, but we forcefully argued what our client's position was. Whether they win or lose, we've had many, many clients who have always come back and said they felt very good in their representation here. And Tom, one of the things we know is that a judge can be a huge impediment to that process. I think that, the things that you can bring will be huge in that area. Could you just make a couple quick comments about that?
Yeah, John, you make a very good point. I would say that each time we would bring clients over to court particularly for a jury trial, or if it was something where there was going to be an argument in front of the judge, one of the things I would say to the clients is, listen, we might win and we might lose. But if it was a jury trial, we could say you're going to have 12 people who will take a week out of their lives to listen to your case, and they're going to try to get it right. And I think it's important for people to be heard and have a chance to put their case forward. And it's something that I learned as a young lawyer working with you, that it's important for people to have the opportunity to be heard. And a good judge will allow people to be heard. Even if that judge is going to decide against you, they recognize the importance, because otherwise people don't trust the system. They don't trust the system if they can't be heard. If they can be heard, and even if the decision goes against them, if there's a reason for it, people at least feel like there was a measure of justice done, and that's their opportunity to be heard.
And a judge that's got an ego problem, or that it's nervous or doesn't feel comfortable doing what he's doing, that can really harm. We win and lose. That's our life. We're so lucky to be lawyers, but it really impacts our clients devastatingly. And I think, Tom, that's one of the qualities that you're a great listener. You cross-examine people. I wouldn't even hear what they said. You listen to them and go after them and get them to reiterate the things that they didn't want to say. And I think that's just a wonderful quality that people will cherish in having the ability to have a judge that has those qualities about them. And so we're very, very, very lucky that you're running, and we certainly hope that wait a second. You can go out and vote early, right?
Yes, you can. Early voting started yesterday.
Okay.
You can vote for the 2 weeks up until Election Day, which is the 15th. And on the 15th, you can go to the poll and vote at your polling place.
So you've got to go and pull a Democratic ballot, correct?
That's correct. I'm running in the Democratic primary.
Okay, and so I don't know what color that is. I'm colorblind. But it's number 207 on the ballot, right?
That's correct. My name on the ballot will say Thomas Maloney Cushing, but it's going to be number 107 on the ballot. 207. It'll be number 207 on the ballot sheet. See, you are a listener. Okay. 207.
Okay, and Mom's dead, but I know she's up there praying for the Cubs, number 1, and you, number 2. So I don't want to go face Mom. And I know we have a lot of lovely ladies out there because they've sent their sons in this last year saying, Mr. Cushing can help you. Well, now it's time to pay back. Wake up, get out there, go vote early. I would say vote often, but I'm not supposed to say that. But you got to get out there. If you can't make it on the election day, you can make it between now and then. Get up, get out of bed, get to the polling places, and vote for my brother. Poll 207, Democrat. You can't vote for Trump in this one, but you can do that in the fall.
Who wants to vote for Trump?
Barassa. Now that you're asking.
And Oliva?
No, leave it
please no. But Barassa does?
Well, I would guess.
That's a good bet.
I would guess.
Oh, we need more time to tell Barassa stories.
Don't forget, my mother wants you to wake those kids up, and you, and go vote for my brother. 207, Democratic ballot. Get up and do it.
Oczywiście, jak tu Jan już wspomina, wybory są 15 marca,
Tom's mother too.
Ale od wczoraj już jest wcześniejszy taki, można już wcześniej iść i głosować. I oczywiście tam jest tam, numer jego jest 207, wybory na sędziego, demokratyczny, sekcja demokratyczna, numer 207. Także jeśli ktoś ma ochotę, zapraszamy i właśnie głosujcie na Tama. I o czym jeszcze tu wspominaliśmy, to, że każdy sędzia, jak już Tam tutaj wspomniał, że każdy dobry sędzia pozwoli każdej osobie poszkodowanej, ale i osobie oskarżonej po prostu przyjść i powiedzieć, co czuje, co się stało, czyli każdy powinien zostać wysłuchany. Z tego względu, że jeśli jest osoba oskarżona, czy jest osoba poszkodowana, jeśli nie ma takiej szansy, żeby jednak iść i wytłumaczyć się przed sędzim, to bardzo często wydaje nam się, że jednak coś jest nie tak, prawda? Bo nie zawsze adwokaci powiedzą to, co czujemy, to, co myślimy, co było, jak było, a jednak wiemy, że kiedy dochodzi do spraw z ławnikami, to mamy taką szansę właśnie, żeby iść i powiedzieć, co się stało, jak się stało, o czym myślimy, co myślimy na temat całej sprawy. Także to jest właśnie bardzo ważne, żeby jednak sędzia był sprawiedliwy, jak już tutaj Tam wspomniał, i nie osądzał po prostu jednej ani drugiej strony z góry, czyli trzeba najpierw wysłuchać i każdy powinien mieć równe szanse do wytłumaczenia się. Także jeszcze raz przypominamy, że wybory są 15 marca. Jeśli ktoś może i wybiera się na wybory, prosimy o zaznaczenie numerku 207 i będzie właśnie to oddany głos na pana tutaj Cushinga. Także Tom Cushing na sędziego, numer 207. Zapraszamy wszystkich do głosowania, a jeśli ktoś będzie miał jakieś pytania, zawsze można dzwonić do naszej kancelarii 312 726 2323.
Dziękuję naszym gościom, dziękuję oczywiście Johnowi za to, że był z nami i oczywiście jego bratu. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Tom, for being here.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you, John and Annetta.
Dziękujemy Ci za tłumaczenie i oczywiście zapraszamy do telefonów do kancelarii Johna Cushinga 312 726 2323 312 726 2323, strona internetowa www.cushinglaw.net www.cushinglaw.net. Gorąco zapraszamy.
Przypominamy, że mamy koszulki. Jeśli ktoś by chciał ponosić sobie koszulkę z naszym logo, to zapraszamy do nas do biura lub właśnie tutaj do Radia Polonii, kuriera codziennego.
Kocham mojego adwokata, don't forget that.
Everybody remembers that.
And
already.
as long as you're plugging the websites, cushingforjudge.org.
I druga strona
cushingforjudge.org.
Dokładnie, jeśli ktoś by się chciał zapoznać, także cushingforjudge.org.
Gorąco zapraszamy, dziękuję naszym gościom i przypominamy, że jeżeli ktoś chce porozmawiać z naszymi gośćmi, jeszcze ma szansę przez kilka minut. Telefon 773 202 1415 773 202 1415. Gorąco zapraszamy. Oczywiście przypominam, telefon jeszcze raz do kancelarii 312 726 2323.
Hi, I'm Tom Cushing. I'm running for judge of the Circuit Court of Cook County.
Tom taught me to try cases, to work hard, to be fair, and to seek justice. And that's just the kind of judge he's going to be.
Tom reflects this great community of Evanston. He's a family guy. He believes in giving back to his community.
Tom has got the temperament, the judgment, the wisdom, and the consensus building to be a great judge in Cook County.
I've known many people throughout the past 30 years that have always referred to Tom Cushing said this, Tom Cushing said that when it comes to the legal issues. So it's always nice to know that he's someone that we're comfortable reaching out to and getting expert advice.
Tom is totally committed and passionate about the need for a clean environment and a strong economy.
Tom has those qualities, the integrity, the intelligence, the experience, the concern for other people. He's explained to the everyman on the street what the law means and how to get justice. He will seek justice every day he's sitting on the bench in Cook County.
Judges make decisions every day that have real-life consequences for the people who appear before them. I was born in Evanston, and I was raised in the area on the northwest side of Chicago. I've lived here my whole life. I've benefited as a member of this great community, and I'd love the opportunity to serve as a judge of the Circuit Court of Cook County.
Radio Poloni.